Hello my friends, this is Meena Gandhi. I am going to show you the video I took of Melbourne city downtown and a conservatory over there, a nice garden and some other sites that I visited. So I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.
And in the 1850s,
Downtown Melbourne, Australia.
the union movement so there's a bit of a change of variety. We've got lambs on the
Cute little
right hand
doggies
side who
crossing
serve up
the
a
road in
delicious
Melbourne.
superlark. Story terrace, well,
Old
somebody
Victorian
really did very
houses
well out of a gold strike.
downtown
Look at these
Melbourne.
lovely examples here on our left hand side.
So beautiful.
But a 3-story Victorian terrace, well, somebody struck it filthy, stinking rich. A bit of renovations going on there to restore it to its former glory.
Wow, these are beautiful.
That delicate lacework that you see there
Old Victorian
was actually
style.
made from pig iron. And pig iron was brought out from England. This building was built at a cost of £165 in the late 1870s for the 1880 World Expo Series. Very controversial. You know, would you want to spend that much money for just a one-off? But since then, it's been used for a lot of things. And at the moment, they're clearing up after the Melbourne Flower and Garden Show, which just finished last weekend. And it was used as a hospital during a flu epidemic here in Melbourne. It was the very first building in Melbourne to be electrified. That's real gold right up top there as well. And most importantly, it was used for the very first sitting of the Federal Parliament. That was done here in May 1901, when finally all the individual states of
First
Australia
Parliament
came
building
together
in Melbourne.
under the one federal law.
1901.
Because before that, well, each state had their own
It's
railway
beautiful.
gauge, each state had their own army, for
Huge
instance,
tall
that
building
unfortunately weren't
in Melbourne,
planned. They
Australia,
just
downtown.
evolved. You know, somebody came into
Wow,
that area and
that's
set up a
amazing.
little house here, services here in Melbourne. And in the early
Legends
days of
of
firefighting,
Fire.
it was interesting because
That's,
it was all the fire brigades were
artwork.
separate and privately owned. And so they
Melbourne,
would turn up to a
Australia,
fire,
downtown building.
fight the fire, and then be paid by insurance companies.
Beautiful.
But more often than not, other opposite cathedral on our left-hand side is St. Patrick's Cathedral, and they tried to start
St.
building this
Patrick's
building
Cathedral.
in 1851, which was the same time
1851.
as the gold strike out west. So of course all the Labor was more interested in finding gold to line their own pockets rather than building churches. But eventually they managed to start when he held a crusade
Melbourne
out
Cricket
here.
Stadium.
He squeezed in there somewhere around
You can
135,000
see a little
people.
bit of it.
AME Park on our left hand side. Right hand side we've got the John Cain Arena, where
AME Park.
your ex-president Barack
Melbourne.
Obama about a fortnight ago had a special night there to a sellout crowd for a little while. Nowadays, people say, how come it's so dirty?
River goes
Actually, it's
in
only
Melbourne.
dirty on top, it's clear underneath. That's because it flows upside down. And
Nice.
what it is the fresh water coming down from the mountains carries all the... So now we're going to run down Flinders Street to show you some of our lovely old buildings.
Beautiful buildings in the downtown of Melbourne. So nice. That looks like a railway station there.
We've got Federation right hand side that's in desperate need of a facelift.
Interesting building. Melbourne. Every building
St.
is
Paul's
different.
Cathedral coming up on our right. number of denominations, such as on our left-hand side, of course, built in 1910, and that's the centre of our metropolitan rail network. But a bit of a rumour about this station is when they sent the plans off to be approved to England, the people in Mumbai also sent in their plans, and the people in England, when they approved the plans, sent the road in Melbourne, which was over there on our left-hand side. It ran up and down here, and then at the top off to left, and at the bottom. So it was a big block
Very neat and
of
very
pavement.
beautifully
And they would
designed.
get dressed up in their Sunday best and promenade, showing themselves off on Thursdays and Saturday mornings. I don't know who chose the
There's
days,
no
but
hotel there.
yeah, that was a custom for quite a while in those early days, sort of 1850s or so, and hence the block picked up the name The Block. The other arcade is, of course, a Royal Arcade as well,
This is a
which
Royal
is
Arcade,
sort of in
kind of.
on a level with the block.
Swarovski shop is here, jewelry.
Now, even though we're in the retail sector of Melbourne, this is the
Beautiful
not the
downtown.
normal retail sector, if you wish. As we
And
go
most
on
of
up
the
Collins
large cities
Street,
in
we'll
the
be
world
coming
have
up into the edge of the
similar
Paris end of Collins Street, which is the
kind of
here in Melbourne, coming up on the left-hand far corner.
brand name shops.
It's interesting that Melbourne Town Hall is actually built from two types of stone. It's got the blue stone on the bottom and sandstone on the top. Inside, you've got a pipe organ with over 10 left-hand side, and further work
Melbourne
on
Town
that
Hall.
metro tunnel on our right-hand side. We've got the magnificent Regent Theatre here on our right-hand side, where, what have we got? Juliet, the new musical. We've all seen that, have we? No? Some have, some haven't. Not me. No, I'm not into musicals. My wife, having said that, I've seen The Cats, The Phantom, probably the Jersey Boys. Yeah, I survived some. Church coming up on our left, made from limestone in about the 1860s. Left-hand side is St Michael's Uniting Church, made in the 1870s.
This is
Oh, see that
1870s church. This one.
lovely cream brick there. I just realised I should have turned right there, but oh well, we'll get up here.
It's in downtown
That
Melbourne,
cream brick was
Australia.
actually talk about, but in Melbourne, they say if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes. It'll change. Absolutely, very changeable. And yes, we do get 4 seasons of weather in Melbourne. The fact that actually donated to the city of Melbourne by a group of Swiss
Clock,
watchmakers
like
that
in
were out
Niagara
here in the
Falls, there's one in
1960s
Melbourne,
at a conference, I guess,
They
to do with
have a lot of
timekeeping.
flowers.
And that red mark there represents the blood that was spilt during that Eureka Rebellion.
Big building in Melbourne.
On our left-hand
Australia.
side is
Beautiful beach in Melbourne.
all right. So
We are
I'm going to be
returning to our
stopping
ship from our downtown tour.
just around the corner. That'll give you
I
a
can see
sense
my
of
ship
direction
waiting
then.
It's very nice out here.
For those that want to disembark and pop back into, just looking for a suitable spot. Gates are shut. That'll do me.
Our
All right.
ship
So here we go for anybody
is
who
in
wants to
Port
go
Melbourne.
to Port Melbourne.